What do you say we heat things up?
My passion, thoughts for my bride alone.
Talk about your cold shoulder.
Buns? You blind date me with a little hood rat named Buns? Girl, have you lost your mind?
We need some real money. I don't know how far out of town you plan to get, baby sister, but you ain't getting far on $3,000.
What you got?
With a name like Vivica Fox, there was no way you were not supposed to be on a screen somewhere. That is your real name, right?
Vivica Fox is my birth-given name. And as a matter of fact, I used to be uncomfortable with my name growing up because a lot of people couldn't pronounce Vivica. I used to be called Vivica. They used to just blow my name. And it wasn't until I started acting that a casting director made me comfortable about my name. She's like, Vivica's beautiful. Matter of fact, you should say Vivica A. Fox. And here I am years later.
Early on, you knew this is what you wanted to do. While you were focused on scripts, your parents made sure you were also focused on the scripture. You grew up across the street from a church.
Okay, you better know my history, girlfriend. Yes, Evelina Fox made sure that we were in church every time those doors opened. It was right across the street, Breeding Tabernacle. And we used to go to Bible study, vacation Bible study, choir rehearsal. Every time the doors opened, we were there. But I thank my mama for that because she put a lot of good morals and made my heart the way that it is today. And I'm grateful for that upbringing.
Yeah, you were just one of those people who knew what you wanted to do. You were determined to do it. So you took off into the world. And one of the first things you landed was Soul Train. And I ain't mad at you, but I wanted that job too.
Girl, you know, for Black people, Soul Train was like the American Bandstand. Don Cornelius, the Afros, the Soul Train line.
You're welcome aboard. You're right on time for another swift ride on the Soul Train.
I thought I was doing something. I really did. But my girlfriend invited me to go up there to the show taping, and I got selected to be on the risers. And then from there, I did the Soul Train Scramble Board.
Your name?
Vivica Fox.
Years later, I got to host a lot of the Soul Train award shows.
You thought you were doing something, you did a lot of something. You have what a lot of actors wish they did, and that's such a variety in your portfolio.
Give me your license.
No.
What do you mean, no? We just had an accident. We gotta report it.
Listen, I don't have to do nothing till I talk to my father, whom you better believe is gonna put your head on a platter and serve it to his lawyers for breakfast.
You did TV shows.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't had any plastic surgery to my face.
Stop it, baby. You sitting over there with a badonkadonk that's fake as hell, so don't go there.
I can count on one hand how many times your bougie came to visit me.
Well, you can keep on counting, Cookie, because I don't do prisons.
Sitcoms.
A moment ago, you were chewing on my earlobe, Mr. Niblet. Did you think you could sample the milk without putting a down payment on the cow?
I want a lemonade.
Dramas.
You use the kids in the youth center to cast yourself in a better light?
Connie, you're panicking.
Don't patronize me, Emery.
Movies.
Before a man cheats on you, there are always signs.
I was working late.
What you trying to say? What's wrong with a brother buying some new underwear?
You also produce.
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I have a new movie that's going to be dropping on the Lifetime Movie Network. It is my 25th film of the So Wrong It's Right franchise.
It looks like you picked the wrong Valentine.
Lifetime has turned me into a filmmaker, and I'm so grateful. I really am. I have had such an amazing career, and I just want to thank all of my amazing fans, especially during the pandemic, for supporting me and just being there. They binge watch all of my movies, and I'm just grateful that Tubi now has a catalog of my movies that if you want to watch, you can for free, anytime, anywhere you want, darlings.
Obviously, there's entertainment in everything that we see on TV, but there's also a message and a story. And with Tubi, they're celebrating, African-American actors such as yourself. One of the movies that you did is interesting because you actually played a president, which a couple of years ago, we all were like, okay. Now we're like, that could happen.
Prime Minister Giraldi and I are very proud to take credit for our two nations forging an unprecedented partnership through this strategic dialogue.
Well, you can also see my new show that I have on Fox Soul, which is Cocktails with Queens. Ain't no better way to start off the week than with your queens, darling. Quentin Tarantino kicked our for 6 months. I literally went from like a size 8-10 down to 2, child. I was like, I see pictures of myself. I'm like, ooh, you needed a cheeseburger. And then also I have a new show that we're introducing on Fox Soul called The Screening Room, where we give African American filmmakers a platform to introduce their short films. And then also at the end of the month, I'm going to become a director too, and I'm going to be directing my first film. But yeah, I mean, Tubi has just got over 30,000 movies and shows.
What's your best advice, Vivica, for all those people out there who this is the craft that they would like to do as well?
First of all, you have to be in the location where things are happening at. And that's Los Angeles, New York, and now Atlanta. Study. Know what you're doing. Know what you're good at doing. So that when you show up to do an interview, and only do auditions that you think you can land. Don't go after stuff that's outrageous at first when you're starting, because it just defeats your spirit. Find out whether you're good at drama, comedy. Also, sign up for your local theater so you can get your feet wet and understand what it's like to be on stage. And then get your headshot and your resume together and go knocking on those doors.
All right. Well, Vivica, thank you for your time. Also, I want to thank you for Black Magic.
Girl, stay tuned, honey. I might be making it rain again soon.
I'll be there.